believe me, we will never get independence. Look, I'm speaking here honestly, and I'll call names. I'll have to get into Ayapa, I'll get into Akanga, I'll get into Sako, I'll get into Chris Anu. No matter what we do, even if we take over Boya, Bamenda, Mutengene, and the rest, no country will sign for our independence. That's the reality, and that's how we look at things.
I have more important things to take care of, which is my country people, and which I'm going to begin now.
When I don't forget about independence, I tell you a fact, when I forget about independence, Ambazonia is done. All the sacrifices are gone for nothing. When I feel a joke, person they come pretend for una front. When I feel say why Sarkozy for them because he get popularity.
I'm telling you, my country people is my target, because the harm that my country people has caused us, especially our boys. He has deceived our boys until it is only now. When I make sure sometimes I talk to them personally, sometimes I send out messages to them. What my country people is doing is like flashing. He pays you advance. You come in, they grab you, and the story is over. You come in, they grab you, and your story is over.
Lesson number one, my country people talks about it. Listen, whether or not you accept, my country people is a force to reckon with. Me, I agree. He's an enemy that is strong. So we got to be technical to what he do.
My country people had two targets: tarnishing the revolution at the international sphere. The second was let them destroy it on the ground by luring our boys out of the bushes, bringing them to their so-called DDR center.
But this is the reality. People listen to the devil himself, my country people of La Republic, more than they listen to some Ambazonian activists. This is the reality.
So Ambazonians will thank my country people for the wonderful job. Now, we'll go ahead.
Ambazonia, people they die in hundreds of thousands, but nobody pays attention. But when small 2i people they die for Burma, for Vietnam, for this, international attention will be paid to them.
So I say we are looking for recognition by international organizations, yes, of a certain of repute, and recognition by nations. So that's the kind of recognition we are looking for. We're looking for a country that will recognize our independence.
How many times we will tell Wuna, say nobody never go stand with Wuna Ambazonia. Nobody stands with Wuna. When we do an independence, United Nations can celebrate that. How many times I will tell Wuna, say if we get independence today, United Nations can celebrate that. You think that the United Nations like Wuna? They don't like Wuna. They don't even want cash Wuna shadows. If we get independence today, we go apply for Olympics for ourselves. We go join those organizations. No man will come for us say, oh, we want to set up embassy. Now we go knock for people that does that. Nobody recognizes Ambazonia. Nobody knows Ambazonia. And nobody wants to know about it. But I want a way forward. The moment Tato Eric steps into this revolution, we have rendered a lot of calamities that cannot restore any hope or beacon of freedom again for this revolution. First, when you start in the revolution by introducing the Gary process, which we all know, cut off fingers of people, cut off this, cut off that, those bodies that were siding with you will start looking, hey, are you sure I want to continue siding with these people after seeing these photos? Are you sure we have to, are you sure we have to still side with you?
You saw the principal of GBHS, Malcolm, is a francophone. He has backed out because they have Gary, one of his terms. The instruction of Gary comes from one person. It comes from one person.
So I say we are looking for recognition by international organizations, yes.
Gary go day for one thing that for picking the hand they won't go school for any part of Southern Cameroon, because when we take this school issue to the Republic, so for Southern Cameroon not be having job. So if you listen me, send them down for any mommy say, if I see any people for school, if I see any people for school, I you know what very possessive. So I take the responsibility, man, every type of coding anywhere. I will teach the Peking how to teach Gary. I go teach you, I go give Gary lesson. Nonsense. When I think of them for joke, when they kill people that can't talk about school, no school, no, that is it. See, listen, not Mr. Man, LeBron Steve, not tell me no. Any picture go me the Gary the pikin. In fact, I don't move from one finger to the entire hand. If any picking go there, Gary one hand, Gary one hand. Nonsense. When I think of the general joke, one finger no correct. No, in fact, LeBron Steve, I don't beg, I don't change my mind. Now one hand now. Any picture go there for school, give Gary for his whole hand. The whole hand. Put Gary there. So that when go out, mommy asking her waiting. Mommy have to make Gary. Now Gary do me so. The people will understand. The other one they will get the message. No man will go straight in. Nonsense. When I feel the joke, shit. When I go to school, Musiam.
The moment you start maiming people and chopping off their fingers, that is what they see about Africa. When whites see Africa, they see Rwanda, they see Ethiopia, they see Liberia. I will tell you one thing. When whites see Africa, they believe that you guys are anti-gay, that's fine. They believe that's your culture. They believe in anything you want to do, that's your culture. That you live on trees, that's your culture. But that you should not chop off people's fingers and the rest, and their hands and the rest. That's what whites don't and will never side with you. We want to win the attention and the sympathy of the white population in the world. We want to win the sympathy of those people who matter, who call the shots in the world. We want to win the sympathy of the Human Rights Watch that has been against the regime, but now for its first time as of this week, wrote its first report saying secessionists are now limb choppers.
The first time I came out to say that Sako is a scammer, it was so shocking to a lot of people who actually believe what I was saying, but said that I should not say it anyway. We must be able to disregard, undermine, and kick out Sako and Chris Ano. These are people working for La Republique.
All the nations of the world don't like the idea of secession. They just hate it from face value. But ours is not, and we want to make that difference. So this is what it is. And number two, at the level that we are right now, we need nations that can recognize us, because we are not trying to be independent. We have restored our independence. What we are looking for is recognition. If Biafra or IPOP recognizes us, what is that going to change? We need nations of the world to recognize us. Nigeria voted yes for our independence in 1961, in that resolution 1608 of our independence. Nigeria voted yes. So we would rather have Nigeria endorse our position to restore our independence than to have a group of activists of a movement that is fighting to secede to recognize us. Politically, what's the calculation?
Not even some secessionists. They said secessionists. They grouped all of us in their room and said, we are now limb choppers. Please stop this video, go on Google and watch it and read the video and read the Human Rights Watch and Deutsche Welle. They said, and look at the gravity of what I'm saying, that secessionists, it is not bad to be a secessionist. We are all secessionists, that's right, because we want to secede. We are cutting off from La Republique. That secessionists are now finger choppers and threats to children in Ambazonia. With that kind of mentality, from Human Rights Watch, that is very credible. One of the organizations I wish I can ever work there. Human Rights Watch writing about that against us. Tell me how we can do a damage control, or how we can ever win and get back our independence. No matter what we do, even if we take over Boya, Bamenda, Mutengene and the rest, no country will sign for our independence. That's the reality, and that's how we look at things. Believe me, we will never get independence. I'm speaking here honestly, and I'll call names. I'll have to get into Ayapa, I'll get into Akanga, I'll get into Sako, I'll get into Chris Ano.
But the way we have suffered, even federation will even take. But the way we have suffered, even federation will even take.
No, I'm asking you people, you think it's correct? We have to stop. We have to stop now. Everybody stop, I beg. People are dying every day, every day, every day. I am wrong, you are wrong. Let's be together. It's not fair. It's not fair. It's not fair.